The rain had stopped by morning, but the sound of last night's phone call echoed in Priscilla's mind like a drumbeat. Her husband's voice, once so proud, now trembling, wouldn't leave her head. She replayed his words while sipping a cup of instant coffee in her small kitchen. Please. I have no one else to turn to. Please, help me. For months he'd acted like she didn't exist. Now he was begging. Precilla set the cup down and took a slow breath. Not today, she whispered. Across town, the man who had thrown her out was unraveling. His mansion, once alive with music and late-night laughter, was silent. Luxury cars sat idle in the driveway, rainwater pooling on their hoods. Inside, unpaid staff carried boxes out the door. Creditors were calling every hour. A deal that was supposed to triple his fortune had collapsed overnight. His phone buzzed. Your account is overdrawn, a cold bank message read. Another buzz, his lawyer. Investors are pulling out. The government wants answers about your offshore funds. He grabbed a bottle of whiskey at 10 a.m. and drank straight from it. The taste of money was gone, only bitterness remained. While his world shrank, Priscilla's world was quietly expanding. Weeks earlier, she'd answered a freelance design ad just to pay rent. The client loved her work and recommended her to others. Soon she was juggling projects for 3 companies, her tiny room filling with sketches, a new laptop, and plans for a small design studio. Every evening, she took a walk along the busy street, the neon lights reflecting in her eyes. She no longer looked like the woman who cried in the rain. A neat afro bun replaced the damp braids, a calm strength replaced the old fear. One night, her friend Ada visited. You've changed, Ada said, handing her a fresh loaf of bread. Precilla smiled. I had no choice. 3 weeks after that desperate phone call, a headline trended across social media. Precilla didn't need to read the name. She knew. Reporters swarmed the Golden Gates. Neighbors whispered that auction signs would go up next. The same friends who once cheered him on stopped answering his calls. He tried again. Another late-night ring lit up Priscilla's phone. This time she let it ring until the screen went black. Then, one humid afternoon, a knock rattled her door. She opened it and froze. Her husband stood there, creased suit, sunken eyes, the smell of stale cologne mixed with sweat. The man who once strutted like a king now looked small. Precilla, he said, voice hoarse. Please. I just need to talk. Every memory of that stormy night flashed before her, the shouted insults, the heavy boxes in the rain. She stepped back but kept her hand on the door. What do you want? I've lost everything, he said, eyes glistening. The money. The house. Everyone's gone. I need you. Silence filled the room except for the ceiling fan's soft whir. Precilla studied him. The same man who once told her she was nothing. Do you remember the night you threw me out? She asked softly. He lowered his head. You said I was useless. That I'd be nothing without your money. Her voice sharpened. Look at you now. He flinched but didn't move. I was wrong. I was blind. Please, give me another chance. Precilla inhaled slowly, feeling the weight of months of pain slide off her shoulders. I forgave you a long time ago, she said at last. But I can't live that life again. Tears formed in his eyes. Please. Just, help me start over. You have to start over on your own, she replied, voice steady. She opened the door wider, not to invite him in, but to show him the way out. Take care of yourself, she said. He hesitated, then stepped back into the hallway, shoulders sagging. For the first time, he looked truly alone. Precilla closed the door, the final click echoing like a gavel. The morning after the court verdict, Lagos buzzed with one name, Daniel. His $100 million empire had collapsed overnight. Reporters crowded outside the once mighty Daniel Group. Greed had blinded him. He chased bigger, riskier deals and trusted the wrong people. While he dreamed of more millions, Chioma helped foreign partners use his name to launder money. By the time Daniel understood, it was too late. That night he called me again. Precilla, I have nothing. No house. No car. No bank account. I can't even buy food. I listened. My heart hurt, but I said nothing. While his empire burned, my own life quietly grew. I built Precilla Designs, a small fashion studio with bright ochre fabric stacked to the ceiling and sewing machines humming from dawn to dusk. Orders came from Lagos and beyond. I had peace and purpose. A week later Daniel knocked on my door. I need work, he said. Anything. No one will hire me with this scandal. This was the man who once laughed while security dragged me into the rain. But the pride was gone from his eyes. I can't hire you, I told him. But I can recommend you to a construction firm. Start small. Prove yourself. He swallowed hard. Thank you. Months passed. Daniel took the job. He lived in a single room, walked to work, and saved every naira. Sometimes he texted, still working. No shortcuts. I answered briefly, keep going. One evening he returned, holding a small envelope. I came to return the transport money you lent me, he said. And to say I'm sorry for everything. For a long time, I replied, I carried the hurt. But I forgave you, for my own peace. His eyes filled, but he said nothing. Today my studio is busy and bright. Daniel is a simple site supervisor. We are no longer husband and wife, but we are both alive and changed. Wealth can vanish. Pride can crumble. But dignity, the kind built on faith, humility, and hard work, endures. I stand on my balcony at sunset, the city humming below. People ask if I ever took him back. No. Some stories don't need a romantic ending. The real victory is rising after betrayal, proving that your value never depended on someone else's wallet. Moral of the story. Money can buy attention, but only character earns respect. Pride invites downfall, but patience and self-worth build a future no one can take away. What lesson spoke to you the most, patience, forgiveness, or self-respect? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you believe karma never sleeps. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next powerful life story. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that true wealth is never in money alone.